So really, really good news. I think I talked a little bit about this yesterday, but working on the website and getting all of the different services and things like that posted. And I'd like to do a special for teachers. So teachers, if you're out there and you'd like to have a series of 5 cyclical lessons that you can use, then yeah, we can do that. All right, so but today we are finishing up with reviving resolutions. And the last book that we have is Goal. And I also wanted to see, since the Super Bowl is coming up, when is the Super Bowl actually? Isn't it the end of February? Yeah. At the beginning of February. Isn't it very soon? It's the 9th. Okay. The Chiefs versus the Eagles. The Chiefs versus the Eagles. Yeah, so anyway, I have my website that I'm working on. The different things are going to be posted on there. And yeah. That's what's going on. I'm not going to add in the other book. It's not until the 9th. What are we doing on the 9th anyway? What's the plan for the 9th? Where's the calendar? Nope, that's not what we want. The annual calendar. The 9th we'll be talking about radio. It's next week? It won't be during next week. That'll be on Sunday. So yeah, there's no reason to really talk about it. There's radio, and then there's going to be the Chinese New Year. So yeah, radio. I have a lot of things I have to do today, actually. So we can finish up this last itinerary really quickly, and then we can do the signature itinerary for the month. And then I also have to post everything, but that won't take very long. We're like a little behind, but it's okay. And you can check out the website. It's pagesdale.com. Woo! Monthly signature itineraries. Reach out to book the December signature itineraries. Stay tuned for the Januaries. Ouch. Let's take out the the. I've had 16 page views already. Oh no. I hope they're all mine. Hold on. Yeah, let's edit that. What would I get if I upgrade? Product reviews, customer accounts. Okay. Yeah, that's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Okay, well, let's go to archive. Ditug. Yeah, I should be going over here and then going here. All right, so it looks like we're going to. Hold on, they're in England and Mexico? All right, so we're doing travel study right for this. And the last 4 have all been local. And yesterday, we decided that it would be a local restaurant. A local restaurant or retail store. I think restaurant's better. Listen to your heart's desires and list them as a guide for setting goals. Uh, um, for choices, for selections on the menu of life. All right, for this one, we gotta go to Mexico. Right, we have to go to Mexico or we have to go to Los Angeles. Oof. But at this point, well, no, places don't have to be in the United States. They're just workshops. Now, Mexico. There are only 34 pages? Is this a screenplay? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Sorry. 34 results, 244 pages. Anyway. While growing up on the tough streets of Los Angeles, Santiago finds that his greatest joy is playing soccer. So it is a dream come true when a British scout sees him playing in the park and offers him a trial with one of England's top Premiership clubs. Determined to succeed, Santiago leaves behind his struggling family and his modest home and flies halfway around the world to give it his best shot. But it's not smooth sailing when Santiago arrives in northern England. Team practices are intense, and in this place where people live and breathe the sport, many seem eager to find fault with the new Latino player from LA. The pressure even spurs Santiago to keep a secret that could sabotage his performance. There's no doubt that Santiago has skill, flair, and dedication, but does he have the stamina he will need for the English game? Based on the action-packed movie Goal, The Dream Begins is a gripping tale of trial and tribulation set against the backdrop of the world's most popular and exciting sport. I mean, it seems like you're just going to play some soccer. What do we study here? There needs to be a cultural competency one. Um, Goals. I don't know what to do for this one, for the goals. Reviving resolutions. I like these for reviving resolutions. Observe and choose preferences, right? For like environment, regarding environment and tasks. Visit other campus. All right, this here on. Listen to your heart's desires and use them as a guide for setting goals. When selecting from the menu of life. This is very interesting. I thought I was answering. Okay, so we have Mexico. If we're going to Mexico, what is the goal? The goal shouldn't be place specific. This should be related to a sport, right? It should be football or football. Yeah. Let's say soccer or football. Study. Let's see if technique comes up here at all. Zero. It's page 121. Chapter 16. Santiago never tired of soccer or of training. He put everything he could into the next couple of weeks, knowing only too well that his time on trial was quickly passing. He felt he was doing well, but whether or not it was well enough was impossible to know. Praise didn't come easily from any of the coaching team. Some days when official training was over, he would work on alone. He would work on alone. He would heave a huge string bag bulging with 20 or more soccer balls out onto one of the practice fields and line them up 25 or 30 yards outside the penalty box. Then he would practice his free kicks, and he would go on practicing until every one of the balls was in the back of the net. And then usually he would start again. One damp, gloomy afternoon, he was all alone on the field. Dark, heavy clouds loomed overhead as he slotted one ball into the net and then walked back to line up for the next attempt. Over in the reception area, Eric Dornhelm walked from the main building and stopped as he saw the distant figure preparing for the shot. He watched as Santiago took 3 short strides and curled the ball into the top corner. Dornhelm's face remained expressionless. He simply walked to his car, got in, and drove away. Santiago had arranged to meet Roz for a drink later in the afternoon, and that was something else that was worrying him. They were getting on well, very well, and he wasn't looking forward to having to say goodbye if his trial was not extended. All he could do was continue to do his best and hope. He walked out of the dressing room and stopped at the large court bulletin board covered with various notices and team lists. His eyes scanned the board and rested on the team selection for the next reserve match, looking to see which of his training partners had made the squad. Huey Magowan was inevitably there, and so was Jamie, and then he read the name once and then again to be absolutely certain. It was there, in black and white. It was there. S. Nunez. Roz was still on duty at the hospital when Santiago arrived. She was pushing a wheelchair containing a young boy with his leg in plaster along the corridor when she saw the beaming Santiago hurrying toward her. "What are you doing here? Are you hurt?" She answered her own question. "No, you can't be. You're smiling too much. I have some great news. I made the reserve squad." "Yeah, that's brilliant. If the boss sees me do well, maybe he'll keep me on." "I'm sure he will, Santi. So we celebrate tonight?" "I finish in half an hour." The boy in the wheelchair had been watching the conversation bounce back and forth as though as though it were a tennis match. As it finally stopped, he took his chance. "Do you play for Newcastle then?" "For Newcastle then?" he said to Santiago. Santiago was almost embarrassed to reply. "Yes." The boy tapped on his plastered leg. "Sign your name on that." Santiago hesitated. "You mean it?" "Of course he means it," said Roz, pulling a pen from her pocket. When Roz finished her shift, they went down to Quayside and walked over the Millennium Bridge to Gateshead side of the river. It was still early. Most of the bars hadn't even opened, but they were content just to walk. "I phoned my grandmother while I was waiting for you. She was happy for me." They were walking past the huge glass-walked Sage Center as a group of young teenagers talking soccer passed by the opposite direction. "They'll all be asking for your autograph soon." Santiago still remembered what Roz had said in the pub on their first night out together. "Would it bother you? You never told me what is your problem with footballers." "It's not footballers as such, it's the whole fame thing. It's my dad's fault. When I was a kid, he was in a rock band. They had their 5 minutes of fame. Would I know this band? I doubt it. The point is, some of the players remind me of them. 1 minute they're nice, uncomplicated guys, and the next they're stupid rich idiots who walk out on their families." They continued in silence for a few moments, both deep in their own thoughts and memories. Santiago stopped and leaned on the railings, looking across the river, and Roz stood close by him. "It was my mother who left us," said Santiago at last. "She did? Why?" Santiago shrugged. "My father never talks about it, but I remember his anger and his drinking. That's why I needed football so much, to get away from it. Even as a kid, I always wanted to be my life." "So why did you have to come all this way to make it happen?" Santiago turned and looked at Roz. "For that you have to ask my saints. Or maybe what the saints had in mind was for me to meet you." Roz laughed. "Does that cheesy line work for you back home?" It sounded much better in Spanish. Roz laughed again, but then they didn't say any more. Instead, they kissed for the first time. Mercedes was waiting for the right moment. Herman had eaten his evening meal and was sitting in front of the television, as relaxed as he ever was. Julio looked at his grandmother, silently urging her to get on with it. She took a deep breath. "I had a call from Santiago. He sounds very happy." Herman said nothing. His eyes were still fixed on the soap playing our on-screen. Fantasy worlds were a lot easier to deal with than reality. "Tell him about the game," said Julio. Mercedes tried again. "He's playing tomorrow night for the reverse team. After only 3 weeks. Fantastic, no?" Herman still didn't look away from the screen, and his voice sounded completely indifferent as he replied. He felt like a thief in the night without saying goodbye. "Why should I care?" I was hoping this chapter would be good to use. Okay, that was 121. Then practice free kicks. Then he would practice his free kicks. So 121. Practice fields. A few team members, some of the reserves were playing a loosening game on one of the practice fields. Practice field, the game stopped the players. Over the practice field, someone had scored. Here we go. Where's the beginning of this chapter? All right. There wasn't time for a long goodbye, and neither of them could think of the appropriate words to say. The club had arranged the flight tickets quickly and without fuss. Glenn drove Santiago to Newcastle Airport. They parked the car, and Glenn waited while Santiago checked in. Then they walked to the departures lounge. This is it then, said Glenn, knowing that his words sounded hollow and superfluous. Yes, said Santiago quietly. He felt numbed since the news of his father's death. Numbed and helpless and guilty and angry and overwhelmingly sad for his father, for his grandmother and brother, and for himself. Of all the ways it could have ended for him in England, it was ending like this. All he could do now was go home. Say hello to give my best to. Glenn was still struggling for words. Just tell them I'm thinking of them. Thank you, Glenn, for everything, said Santiago, and he threw his arms around the man who had shown more interest and belief in his dreams than his own father ever had. They embraced for a long moment, and then Santiago turned and walked through the departures without looking back. Glenn watched until Santiago had disappeared from view. Only then did he wipe away the tears that were running down both cheeks. Santiago sat in the departures lounge, unaware of everything that was going on around him, thinking of his father. The put-downs, the rebukes, the stubborn refusal to believe that his son could ever amount to anything more than a hired gardener. It has always been that way for as long as he could remember. His thoughts went back to that long ago night when they had fled Mexico. He saw the blazing searchlights again cutting through the night. He saw his family, the others running from the border guards, up the incline towards the gaping hole in the high border fence. He saw himself reaching the fence, bending to go through the gap, and the moment his precious, precious soccer ball slipped from his hands and went bouncing away downhill. He saw himself turning to chase after it, and his father grabbing one arm. Forget it, it's only a stupid ball. Only a stupid ball, whispered Santiago. Only a stupid ball. Sir, we're boarding now. We're boarding now? Santiago looked up and saw a uniformed flight attendant staring at him. He had missed the flight announcement, and the lounge area around his departure gate was empty. You need to hurry, sir. Santiago grabbed his bag and stood up. He handed the attendant his boarding pass and started walking, not toward the departure gate, but away from it. Alan Shearer and Mickey Butt must have taken thousands of free kicks during their professional careers, but they still practiced them, looking to bend the ball, power it, curl it, using instep or outstep of the, excuse me, oh no. There was always something to practice, develop, refine. They were working together, watching each other, offering advice and comments. Nearby, Dornhelm and Mal Braithwaite were working with other members of the first team squad, running through set piece moves. Dornhelm saw Santiago first. He just happened to turn the direction of changing rooms. Sorry. I'm not getting anything for the study. $25 teachers out? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, teaching right now is so interesting. Huh. I'm not getting the connections here. Between the travel, all we're doing is going to a soccer field and a football field, soccer or football field, and then what's you're trying to see how many goals you can make, how many field goals, or how many soccer goals. Like, that's it. But what's the point of this? Okay, so reviving the resolution. It's just practice. The whole point of this is just like practice. I want to find a specific chapter though. Maybe there's a chapter title that I can go to. Uh, they're not titled. Bummer. Let's see. There's practice. I searched practice. I searched goal. Um, I'm really just about to say forget about it. This is going to be the worst itinerary. All right. You go to a soccer field, you go to a soccer or football field. Oh. Let's say you record your form or like study your form and then make a goal. I don't know. This is again, I'm sure I'm annoying. It's whatever. Okay, so start a special ball field. I also just want to say that yeah, just study your form. Study form with a friend or with make a specific goal. Make specific goal for improving form to influence improved to increase number of goals, to increase number of goals. Yes. Okay. Study form with a friend or with phone. Very good. And that's it. That's it. Focus isn't here? All right, we only have 15 minutes. I finished the itinerary within 45 minutes again, which is cool. So now what we're going to do is probably in the live, and I'm going to work on the gazillion things that I need to do. But let's look at the website. Pagesdale.com, man. I should have a new one of these today. And then, yeah. Oops, I delete that. Oh, wow. Yes, I delete that. Analytical square. Man. Woo! So shoot, I'll just work on this and we'll just end up the live working on this. So I am just going to delete this. This needs to get deleted. Just the whole thing. Delete the whole section. Oh, if I can add it back later, sure. Alright, this one, Donar. Hey. Oh. What is this? Oh, wow. I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. I understand now. Square. Oh no. What? Why is it not gone? There we go. Pages. It's not just Pages LLC. It's pagesdale. I have to fix that. see but you. Well then, I am really, really excited. Hi everyone, it's me. I'm I'm very sorry. If there's somebody out there behind all of those videos, kind of infiltrating the noggin, but not in the way you think. So this is this is good. This is good. It is very Spanglishy, which is also good. Great, fantastic. Oh, I need to fix that as well. Okay, so these, I can go ahead and put in the links. Links to okay, good. Oh, good, this is great. Hold on. LinkedIn as well. Is it pagesdale or is it pagesdale LLC? Hold on. I don't think I'm logged into my LinkedIn on here. I do have an account, but the thing is, I don't know what happened. I don't know if somebody reported it or something, but I don't think it has all the posts that I had or that I've made over the years. It only has this one. I've been making posts here since like 2018, 2017 at least. I don't know if it's because I'm not paying for premium anymore or what, but I have to fix this also. I have to fix quite a few things, update some things. But look at this. I'm so proud of this video. Oh, right, we can't hear it because I am. We're going to have to start the video all over again. All over again. I mean, it's rough, but hey, there it is. And then, yeah. So I don't know if I have to get premium again, and then everything will be there. I think somebody reported my page. So unfortunately, but maybe I'm wrong because I thought it was gone once before, and I think it was just not there because I wasn't paying for premium. Pages recommended specials. 4 nights Caribbean and Bahamas. Yay! Oh, man. Okay. Another thing that I have to fix is this, so that it says pagesdale LLC. I think I can log in. Oof, I don't remember. So, right, amongst all the things. Oh, I need to get a Pinterest. I need to get a Pinterest. Snapchat. Do not have one of those. Do have one of these. But does it have itself? Okay. Pagesdale. Oops, daisies. All right, and we're done. Oh my gosh, I know. I'm sorry. This is so easy. I kind of feel bad. Oh man. You gotta love it. All right. So yeah. It's very intriguing. All right, we'll just it's fine the way it is. I am gonna cancel. I'm done. All right, it is 8 o'clock. So we are going to end up for today and for this week. And hopefully I'll have everything posted pretty soon. I'll also have to get together the books for the week of radio next week. And I need to make sure I'm wearing my Invisalign. So have a great one and bye-bye.